Hey everyone, Guard Leaf here. How's it going? I'm killing two birds with one stone right now because someone wanted me to make a trip out to Horseshoe Bay, and another person also wanted me to hold a coffee. So I have a coffee here, and it's from a local place here in Horseshoe Bay, and I already forgot the name of it, but I don't think it's on their coffee cup, but it's a little coffee shop right in the harbor here. So anyways, I'm coming to you from Horseshoe Bay right now, and I was here last year when I did a video, and I wasn't really too confident in terms of my walk and talk videos and things like that, but here it's a nice day. It's probably about 20, maybe just 20 degrees or so. I don't know, somewhere around there. It's still warm. I mean, most people are in t-shirts. I still got a little bit of a hoodie on, a light hoodie on. Maybe I'm getting acclimatized to Malaysia, and you know, what I feel is cold is actually warm for here. But anyways, I wanted to create this video today to talk about what do I want to talk about again? Oh yeah, the orange idiot. Sorry, I shouldn't say orange idiot. The tangerine tyrant basically wants to rename Lake Ontario to something else, like Lake America or something. So. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. And let me, if you haven't heard about this, let me pause and I'll show you.
Really quickly to wrap up, Graham, we just had a Truth Social post from the president, so I'm going to get you to respond. And, you know, part of setting the scene of this, I'm going to show you a shot of Lake Ontario, because the shot of Lake Ontario, but here's what the post says. The United States is giving serious consideration to changing the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America, in that we don't expect to be doing much business with Ontario any longer. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So this is sort of some of the rhetoric back and forth. What is Canada's
bizarre.
response? It is bizarre, but not unprecedented.
Like Gulf of America, like this is the kind of noise that the hardcore base of Trump supporters, they love maps. He loves maps. He loves grabbing attention and driving news and having everybody react to it. How absurd is that? Renaming it's not even worth, like it's almost like a comedian, or you know, like it's got this sort of like pro wrestling vibe to it. You know, it's like cartoonish, except that it's the president of the United States. That's the problem. Yeah. And so on it goes. Mr. Carney, as people say, we're not going to take bait like that. Obviously, Mr. Ford will probably have something to say about that later, Anne-Marie.
Okay, so now that you've watched that video, I actually timed it pretty well. No, I didn't time it. It's just coincidence. But the BC ferry, what is it? The Queen of Coquitlam is actually departing. So it should sound off its horn pretty soon. So just giving everyone a warning on that. Where does Queen of Coquitlam go? I'm gonna guess this might go to Langdale or Nanaimo. I don't know, to be honest, but no, maybe it's probably Nanaimo. I think it's been a while since I've been on a ferry. Anyways, but what I was saying is, yeah, he's planning or threatening to rename Lake Ontario to Lake America or something like that. And as you saw in that last report, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like I don't know who that guy was that was talking, but it's like the WWE. It's just like threats and, like, you know, his MAGA following cheering. Hey, there's a seal. Hang on, let me see if I can. You see it right there? Oh, he just disappeared. Yep, sorry, that's my distraction squirrel thing going off again. But yeah, it's just. It's almost comedic. It's almost like watching like a WWE event where they make like announcements, and you know, not knocking anybody that watches WWE, but like it's just so comedic, if you ask me. Now, I don't know who is in charge of actually naming the lakes. I mean, he did this for like the Gulf of Mexico, called it now Gulf of America. Sorry, I'm sipping on my coffee, but you know, I really don't know who's in charge of all this kind of stuff, but it just adds to the you know, I think we're all gonna get like sore necks by like shaking our heads so much. It just adds to another one of the long list of crap that he's doing. I'm gonna move. There's too many people here. All right, I'm just on the move because I really don't Let me answer something for everyone, because someone actually in the Discord server mentioned to, just be careful about my privacy and stuff. And, I think whenever I flash my GTL card to start off the video, I just make sure there's nobody around. And other people have asked, why don't you want to be, I guess, in the public? And it's just not me. I like doing what I'm doing right now. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want to be stopped and people say, hey, you're GTL and stuff. I don't like that. And I just want to be able to, kind of speak freely and not be recognized. So, so that kind of answers that question. But back to the statement about, him renaming the Gulf or the lake, threatening to rename Lake Ontario to Lake whatever, America or USA. It just adds to another long list of things that, we're going to remember this. I am going to remember this. I mean, I think what's going to happen, like I said in previous videos, people will, 10 years will go by, 20 years will go by, and, a lot of U.S. citizens will say, things are back to normal now, right? Well, no, they're not. Because even with, this latest farce of renaming Lake Ontario to Lake, I don't know, USA or whatever, I'm not going to forget this. And, people in the United States, they're probably going to have short memories. And the thing that actually concerns me is the amount of people actually supporting this, especially since I landed. I've been kind of skimming on, social media, on X or Twitter, and just kind of seeing what the reaction is. And lo and behold, there are, low IQ people in the United States saying that, yeah, Canada's ripping us off and it's about time that we're taking a stand for ourselves. It's like, come on. But it's also the same for this as well. I mean, I before I started filming, I did a scan on social media and people were saying that, yeah, there should be no reason why, it's called, oh, hey, wait a minute. No, I thought I saw CO. People saying that, yeah, we don't know why it's called Lake Ontario. It should be called Lake America or something. Like, I don't understand. Like, these people that are saying these kind of things, like, do they not have a brain? I mean, is it just, how can you be so going your life and not being able to think for yourself? And, thinking that, I need some orange blob to, make my decisions for me. That's just, it's fucking ridiculous if you ask me. So, yeah, I just, I want to hear what everybody else's opinion on this Lake Ontario thing. And I think it came from Doug Ford. I guess he's on this side again of, like, being critical of Donald Trump. But I guess that all came from him when he's basically badmouthed Taco Tuesday. So I'm kind of on the side looking for that seal again. But let me see if I can find it. He was just in here a while ago. No, he's gone. Yeah, it definitely smells like low tide here. I love it. I mentioned in my last video, I grew up on the water. This Horseshoe Bay area was a regular spot for me growing up because we used to go to the island a lot. And yeah, it just brings back a lot of memories here. So, funny story, my friends and I rented a boat from here. I was the only one that had any marine experience, and one of my friends who's a bit of an idiot, kind of like, he's one of those friends that thinks he knows everything and wouldn't let me drive the boat, and he ended up denting it coming in. And I just kind of sat there and said, I could have drove for you. I could have did this, but, you go ahead and pay the damages. So, but yeah, I'm just kind of curious, what's everyone else thinking about this latest Lake Ontario thing? And, do you think, I mean, obviously I personally feel it's just rhetoric and it's just bullshit coming from him. But, I'm kind of curious, what's the next stupid shit that's going to come out of his mouth? No, I don't think I can go down that way, can I? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Doing some beef.
Yeah, nice. Okay, I guess I can go down. Let me, I'll go down to the bottom. I hope I don't fall. It's low tide, so the dock is kind of steep, but I'm actually just worried about my sunglasses on my head right now because I'm not wearing them, but all right. So yeah, we're down here now, but oh, there's a seal. I see it. Well, he took off again. Come on. All right. Anyways, yeah, I'm just wondering what's everybody's thoughts on what's the next rhetoric that's going to come out of his mouth. Maybe he'll just rename Canada to the 51st state. I mean, he's just that dumb that he'll think he can say whatever he wants. But you know, I've said it in many videos, and I'm like, you know, with all this stuff going on, does anybody else kind of look at like the United States citizens and like think like, are you guys going to do anything about this? Because I know, I actually wrote it in my Substack article today. I know there's a small resistance, and I'm not generalizing, but you know, shit, what was I gonna say? I am also observing, you know, what is the attitude and what's the reaction to the U.S. local citizens and the media and stuff. I mean, media is not even picking this up in the U.S. It's ridiculous. Hey, there he is. You see? Let's see if I can get closer without spooking him. Hello. Oh, he took off. I hope you guys were able to see that. Maybe he'll show up again. But yeah, no, I'm just kind of curious. I mean, is anybody else? Is it just me, or is anyone else kind of annoyed that the average everyday U.S. citizen, not the ones that are like, you know, following what's going on, but the average U.S. citizen, is anybody else annoyed that they just really don't give a shit about what's going on? And, you know, it kind of makes me wonder, you know, do I have faith that the United States is going to fix itself? Probably not. And it brings me back to my point before, where I had U.S. citizens message me saying, you know, you got to promote U.S. businesses, or, you know, maybe you should come to the United States and, you know, since you guys are complaining so much, maybe you fix the problem. And it's like, why the fuck should I fix your problem? I mean, it's your country. And, you know, that's just my take on that. Sorry, I kind of went off a little bit. There's a boat coming in. But yeah, other than that, what else is going on? Yeah, I noticed some of my Yaletown video, a lot of you said that I sounded really tired, and I actually created that video. I literally woke up probably about half an hour before because I was so jet lagged, and I took a 3.5 hour nap. But this morning I feel a little bit better. I think I'm hopefully not as jet lagged. I mean, I woke up at 6 a.m. instead. Hang on, I'm gonna go back up. Hello. It's steep. All right. Yeah, no, I'm feeling a little bit better. I mean, it's not like I'm that tired this morning. I got a little bit more sleep. But yeah, nothing else really much to report from my side. There was, fuck, I gotta start writing things down. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I might have to save it for another video. What I'm gonna be doing after this is I'm probably going to take another video at somewhere in West Van, maybe Ambleside or something like that, and I'll have to think of another topic to make a video there. So someone else wanted me to go to Lonsdale as well. Lonsdale might have to wait for another day, so there's still some time, but tonight I'll be busy with some family stuff. So, all right, I think that's it for now. Give everyone one last panoramic view of Horseshoe Bay, and you know, if you're planning to go to the island, you can take Horseshoe Bay or Tsawwassen. Tsawwassen, I guess if you're in Richmond, it might be closer to go there. But yeah, this is the terminal. All right, thanks very much, everyone. I'll catch you in the next video. you.